Greco, but he says he's got to have some help in that bottom of the lineup. You know, there's various times through the course of a season, you know, guys get hot, but you got to be a balanced club, and you got to get some production from all guys.
It's getting on base 40% of the time. UAB is arguably one of the best starting rotations in the conference. When you have Daniel starting on a Saturday night, you've got Ingram going tomorrow. He's a great arm. 1-1 to Pruitt. And unable to pick it up. It's an infield single for Rose. Sometimes you get different hops than you're expecting with this full turf surface. It's a little bit different. Now, of course, the UAB guys are used to it, but not bouncing as much as it would necessarily.
And that was just a sinking fastball that just, you know, you look at it and the ball didn't leave the infield. Probably a very low exit. A good job of doing that right there. You got to hold runners on, and that's one thing Colin Daniel, you look at him, he's very quick to the plate. He's athletic. And that's going to be a big thing of keeping runners out of scoring position and helping Holyfield have a chance to throw runners out.
Rose has stolen 2 bags. That's roped foul right field line. And we didn't
to take some at-bats and battle in some at-bats and make that bat go a little bit longer. And they've done that today, and Daniels has missed some locations, and they've been able to do damage.
Betancourt with a couple of hits last night as he takes a strike. Daniel's in some trouble. He's already given up the solo homer. We mentioned how runs are very important in a series like this, and South Florida is looking for a multi.
Able to go to his put-away pitch, and he's just got to find it right now, and one pitch right here to get a double play would be critical.
Strike into Jackson Mayo. 4 straight hits to start the game for the Bulls. Last night, we had 13 combined hits between the two clubs, and the Bulls had 7. But if you're Daniel, that helps settle you in. He gets the first out of the ball game.
And that was a great job by South Florida of tagging. Both guys had great reads. And, again, being aggressive because you know the runs are going to be at a premium. So you're trying to advance, and that was a great job by Brooks to get the ball in, but a great job by South Florida to get 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
They run extremely well.
Or that sinking action. And then you miss some pitches up. And let's give South Florida credit. You talked about that. They're coming up, and they're getting their pitches, and they're able to do some damage. And so right now, if Daniel can find a way to get out of this inning, keeping it right here to give his offense a chance to claw back. But I know Colin Daniel, he's not giving in. That's one thing they love about him in this role. To let up, and you want to try to continue to to put runs on the board. You don't want to leave any runs out there. And so they're doing some really good things offensively right now.
Daniel charged with the error. This is a line USF. In a series that we talked about runs being very important, you don't get many bigger innings than that. We've not seen Colin Daniel give up a big inning yet this year. He was able to get out of the inning.
Offense, and that's who they are. That's what their team's made of.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was about to bring it up. 80% so far in stolen bags this year. Braunschweig with the 50-game on-base streak now over the last couple of seasons. He's hitting 10 straight. That's a heck of a streak for a UAB center fielder.
You know, we talk
gymnastics championships. You've got softball 100 feet away. UAB's taking on Tulsa. And then, of course, everybody's got their eyes on March Madness this weekend. Mostly their eyes on their brackets. filling things out. For me, it's just at random every year. And this is the bouncing ball to short. Laurie, if you want to build some momentum, he gets a hit here, you get a run in, you start to feel things move back towards your dugout momentum-wise.
Absolutely, and you look how they're pitching him right now. To 3-1 count, got first base open. I don't think they're probably going to give him really anything to do damage with,
Well, he loops one, foul down the right field line, and I was surprised.
That if he could go out, and let's say that he could give them 3, 4, 5 innings where you don't have to go to the bullpen, that would be critical. If you don't come back to win this game, that helps you tomorrow to keep your bullpen fresh. But having to go out of the game in the first inning, that's tough sledding. But he's a veteran.
It's in. They've won 4 of 5. They'd won 4 straight before last night's game. A stretch of 8 games in 10 days as Greco misses on a breaking ball again. UAB trying to pull out this conference series and pick up their 16th win in 23 games.
And you look at South Florida, they had been on a 5-game losing streak.
I hit in the first, part of that 7-hit first inning. For UAB, a win in this series would be their first conference opening series win since 2022. This is in the air to left field. Circling toward the line, and he's got it for the center.
And he's treading on ground of taking that as being an all-time South Florida career home run hitter.
At his 25th on Wednesday. Strikes out there, though. Swung through that pitch. And it is a clean second inning for Colin Daniel. We'll see if that helps settle him in. Still a big deficit for the Blazers. They'll be back up in the bottom of the second.
This is what you're with his power tool, and that's a great job to get off with a leadoff double to hopefully get this offense going.
Braxton Brooks with his first start of the series. Anderson slugged .884 in junior college ball last year. A number that seems fake, honestly. When I looked at it, I was like, oh my goodness. He was arguably the best hitter in junior college ball last year.
Get some guys up there, have good at-bats, and just peck away right now. Peck away, and it's a good start here. You got a leadoff double now, a walk. And so this is trying to create some offense because it's real easy to get a little impatient, and all of a sudden now you look up, you go 1, 2, 3, and then that little momentum keeps going the other way. So they're going to need to manage this game from every at-bat. The starter was going to, go 7, 8, 9 innings, but hey, whatever it takes to win championships is what you're looking to do.
Cheeseman, the sophomore from Commerce, Michigan. His first start of the series. He was on a 6-game hit streak to start the year. Has slowed down since then. One for his last 19. No strikes.
And this is another one of those guys in this UAB lineup. I mean, 133 games played, over 500 plate appearances, a career 268 hitter. So he's another guy that experience, and he's a guy that you're looking to do some damage for your team.
Pops one up in foul territory, and Greco will make 4, and he's trying to keep this at a 6-run game, AD.
We've talked about it all game. The first inning, just some counts that he was pitching in that were conducive for the hitters to get good swings. They found holes. Good job of South Florida's offense. And you look up and you give up 6. But he came back, had a really solid second, and now it's just about managing the game, managing innings. He's been in games like this before, and he knows he's got to rely on guts and guile and find a way to keep your team in the game.
He's got Brodell behind 0-2. He had a 2-run knock in the first. Heavy breeze out to center.
He was trying to go there again, and he just didn't quite have that same juice, and the hitter was able to hook it in the 6th hole. But lead off 2-out singles. Listen, you better make them put the ball in play than give them a free base, and so he's in a situation that's not going to kill him if he can get this hitter right here.
Hakome to short. Lewis Jr. with the bobble, so he'll go to first, and he's got Hakome.
In his career, he's at a 15% walk rate and a 15% strikeout rate.
Right.
I mean, he's just so disciplined in that box.
And this one is caught in foul territory. Triple gets rid of the mask and makes a nice catch there. The UAB dugout. It's a very
swing right there. Stay great balance. Just got a fastball that was up and just a really good bat path to the ball, and that's something that Holyfield he's another guy that has great ability to put the bat on the ball.
Clay nearly hit with a pitch. He walked in the first. Can UAB cash in until you get a big homer? That keeps you in ball games.
Listen, it's have energy, play hard, play the game right, and you know, you want to have fun. You want to keep your fun in the right perspective, but this is about enjoying what you do, and that was just a big knock from Clay to get the Blazers on the board. Now
Archie making a second appearance out of the bullpen. This is that piggyback appearance we talked about for Archie.
And I think it has eliminated, the whole design was to eliminate guys from getting signs, and I think that has happened. So I like it. I think it's good for the game. I think it's you know, obviously in college, it's usually the pitching coach is calling the pitches.
I can't even imagine.
But you know what? I really love dual athletes. When we had opportunities to recruit players, I always love guys that play dual sports. I think there's a crossover in so many ways. I mean, you look at basketball players that can go into football or vice, you know, that I think the athleticism that they bring. Pitchers now, everybody says, well, yeah, because they get to play all the time.
Called strike 3, and Archie has ended the spring has sprung. We're in day 2 of spring.
Finally, baseball weather.
I hate when it's cold and you start the season. It just doesn't feel like baseball. This is around that time you get near the end of March that it feels like baseball season.
Absolutely, and that brings out your energy level as a player and as a coach, and now you're looking to that old saying, the optimism of spring to them.
Payoff pitch to Pruitt. On the ground to third, or second rather, and he'll be thrown out for the first out of the 4th.
And that pitch right there tells you a little bit about his confidence level. That's a 3-2 slider that he missed the 2-2. He came back with it.
This is all the damage from the Bulls came in a 6-run first. Daniel is yet to retire. Betancourt hammers one down the right field line. Brooks is on the run, and that will fade foul. We've seen the power from Rafael Betancourt, USF's designated hitter. He was a little bit early on that third. Making his second appearance out of the bullpen, the piggyback starter as they call it. 4 straight fouled away. Archie and Helms in a battle here to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Yet another payoff. Helms, guess what?
Create an inning.
And Cheeseman will loop one into right. Brodell this time makes the catch, and he will hold the runner at third with a strong throw to the plate. Nice job by Brodell in right field there.
Very nice play. 1, of getting to the ball, and then 2, getting the ball in very quickly. And you're not going to take a chance there with the runner.
So Helms with the long at-bat. Cheeseman was able to put one in play. Now Lewis Jr. battling back, fighting off a payoff pitch. Here's another full count pitch. Chopper, this will score the run. Right side of the infield on the run. Hakome's throw to first in time. Lewis Jr. does his job. It's now a 3-run ball.
Off.
There's another.
And just because you got to be one or the other. A lot of times, I mean, if you know that your numbers are not there to hit the ball in the seats, hey, manufacture it. We knew that with 35 stolen bases. Try to move runners up, and that's the offense that they're going to be.
Another 1-2. To the 5th with a 3-run game. Jackson, Egan, Allen done with you. It will be Mayo, Laurie, and Brodell. The 5, 6, 7.
Good job of hitting right there to get that go Wapo on that pitch. But, I mean, you look up, and he's taking your team into the 5th inning after that rough start. That's really kudos to him right now.
And he's at 81 pitches now, so still very manageable. We saw 2 starters go around 110 pitches. Got another game going right around where Braunschweig just popped his foul ball over to. UAB softball was taking on Tulsa, and they won that series, a 2-1 win. That went final about 45. The monitor, I think, they signaled that they would. We're going to take a sneak peek. Uh-oh. That's close. And that orange bag is there if you're running up the first base line.
They're going to let him try to. Now there is some action starting now.
Landon Yorick is scrambling to get ready here. Ground ball to short. Rounded off by Laurie to second, and they'll get the runner there. That's all they will get. A 6-4 put out, and they're on the corners with 2 gone now. Ideally, you want Archie to finish this inning